Shadow Coast here, and welcome to episode 3 of our Season Pass Battletech campaign. For those just joining in, we have ratcheted up the difficulty. We do have it in Iron Man mode, so one save, no saves coming on my part, unequipped mechs. So when we complete a mech, we will have to then further load it out with weapons, etc. 5 pieces of salvage. We opted for 5 instead of 8. This isn't an impossible mode mission. We actually want to progress, and I don't want to be running out side missions galore. That being said, because we're in Iron Man mode, I will run a fair number of side missions to ensure that the campaign won't prematurely end, which is a possibility. Enemy force strength hard. Mech destruction is doable, so if we lose a CT, we lose the mech. Salvage stingy, lethality. If we have 3 or more, I guess depending on how much damage a mech warrior takes, if they're incapacitated, they do end up dying. Advanced mech warriors are rare, contract payment stingy, mech warrior progression very slow, and there is no rare salvage, so we have to purchase all our plus, etc. Weapons. So we're on Bellerophon. We have been reached by a mysterious client. Before we talk to that mysterious client, we're going to take a look at the store. I think I highlighted this in the other video. You can see that they have some awesome stuff here. They do have one salvage for a Cyclops, which is awesome, but we can't afford it, so we're not going to worry about it. They also have a Phoenix Hawk, phenomenal mech. I think it's fantastic. This variant specifically has the 3 energy hard points and the AC, or excuse me, the ballistics spot. So let's get back. It was mentioned that by Oliveira that we do have some level ups to use. For Shadow Coast, we're gonna level up these to 4. We're going to first go with piloting.
Training complete.
Help us move further and faster. Medusa hasn't been in the field. We'll level this up. We're going to try to get to everyone to 4. So we put the first point in, then get everyone to 4. That's how I operate. Finally, sensor lock. We will put this to good
Training
use.
confirmed, Commander.
And Behemoth, you really need to get tactics up.
Training
Great.
complete.
Let's see if we can run out some side missions. Benefactor. Oh, travel. How long does it take? 17 days. Oof. All right. Am I ready? What do we have, guys? I'm really not going to farm out a better... Well, hold on. I think that we can do Benefactor priority mission, because I don't know if this jumps us into the actual mission. So travel to Bellerophon to meet your new client. So here we go. Benefactor in orbit. Bellerophon. Anna Maria Centrella. Mr. Oliveira, thank you for honoring my request to meet. I am Anna Maria Centrella. You've heard of my family, I'm sure. Lady Centrella, this is a surprise. I wouldn't expect a member of the Canopian royal family to even know who we are, let alone approach us in such a non-traditional manner. This isn't a traditional contract, and I don't need Comstar asking questions. Besides, there's no reason to involve the Mercenary Review Board. I already know that I want to hire you. I piqued your interest, Commander Hudson? Yes, you have. I wouldn't be here if you hadn't. I'm pleased to hear it. The job that I have for you is a relatively simple one. I need you to recover something for me, and I need it done quietly. In exchange for your service, I will pay down the interest on your rather sizable loans and buy you the breathing room you've been looking for. How do you know about... You know what? It doesn't matter. Just tell us what we're supposed to be recovering. This. On our view screen, Lady Centrella's image is replaced on the screen by a grainy photo of an enormous grounded dropship. Ramshackle structures cling to it like barnacles. She's a derelict vessel, an Argo, one of only 2 ever made. For over 200 years, she's been lying in state on Axylus, a pirate moon in the heart of the frontier. I want her, and you're gonna bring her to me. Yeah, and how exactly are we supposed to do that? I mean, that's a big ship, and she looks half cannibalized from parts. Look, you can see her ribs in the photo. I'm enthusiastic about money as the next guy, but I'm a mech tech, not an aerospace engineer. I'll be damned if I can get that thing flying again. Relax, Mr. Vernon. I have engineering staff on hand to attend the Argo. Their leader, Dr. Faral Murad, has built quite a reputation for herself on the frontier. You'll find a jump ship waiting for you at Alloway. It'll carry you to the Pirate Moon, where you can clear a path to the crash site. Dr. Murad and her team will go work on the derelict, and you will protect them until the work is done. This should be well within your capabilities, Commander Hudson, unless I've come to the wrong company, of course. I'm going to go with our Solaris Gladiator. I've fought against legends, Lady Centrala. Pirates don't worry me. I can see no reason why you shouldn't accept my offer. Do the job well enough, and there'll be more work waiting for you upon your return. Mr. Oliveira, you'll never find a better opportunity than the one I'm offering. Commander Hudson, I can promise you that. She isn't wrong, Jack. We're looking for a lifeline, and this is as close as we're going to get. We'll handle anything you throw at us, Lady Centrella. I aim to prove that to you on Axylus. Very good. I'll forward your contract to Mr. Oliveira. You know, Commander Hudson, your exploits in Solaris 7 are remembered in the Magistracy. I watched some of your fights myself. I saw your potential. Let's hope that you live up to it. The contract for Lady Centrala's derelict recovery job is ready for review in the command center. We should follow up when you're ready. So we are not going to take that specific contract. Priority mission Axylus, 18 days. Well, you know what? Why not? Priority mission Axylus, guys. We're jumping into the mud, or the muck, or whatever it is that we will find on Axylus. So let us go. Fly, fly, fly. I am not making any tweaks to my loadouts. The AC2s and setup on the Blackjack are pretty good. The Shadowhawk, again, the LRM and ballistics are good. So we're going to stick with that. Alright, extension. Banging noises draw you to the shared mech warriors barracks where you find Decker disassembling one of the Leopard's internal walls. There are already several pinholes neatly stacked beside him. He pauses and explains. There's a few cubic meters of dead space back here. I'm making room so we can stretch without hitting the bunks. As reasonable as this sounds, the banks aren't going to like you modifying their property. We'll set aside money to pay the fine. You look Decker in the eye. You know how the chain of command works. You have to clear changes like this before you start. He shrugs. Well, can I? You look over Decker work. It's cleanly done with no hazards. Take a break until I make a decision. During a chat with Darius, you compare the cost of the fines to the benefit for the mech warrior and decide it's worth it. We lose 20,000 C-bills, but we gain morale by 1. Nice. So where are we? Current morale 29. So close to 30. Let's continue on our way. We are heading to Axylus. We are doing a priority mission. Should this go south, the campaign goes up in smoke. So let's do our best not to lose anybody. I make no promises though. We are in Iron Man mode. What will happen will happen. Go, go, go. Just hit a financial report, 30 days in. So 238,500. So we were able to offset the cost with the 2 missions we ran. That's good. We're going to keep the pay normal. And not yet. Oh, Commander, I'm setting course for Lady Centrala's jump ship. It's strange though. This moon it's taking to us. Axylus doesn't appear on any of my maps, which lead me to wonder where exactly are we going and how do they intend to get us there. Alright, so guess we're heading there. I was gonna look at the store and mercenaries for hire, but we have to skip that. Yang, that was one hell of a rough ride. My stomach is doing some somersaults. That's because those crazy bastards used a pirate point to get us there. If we'd suffered a misjump, our sour stomach would be the least of your concerns. The leopard could have gotten irreparably mangled. Hell, we could have been irreparably mangled. The cautionary foliage they showed us at the academy were the stuff of nightmares. Pirate jump points is a non-standard jump point. Basically, we're jumping off the grid. Very dangerous. When exactly did you realize what Centrala's jump ship crew was planning on doing? As we were on our approach to dock with a jump ship, it was way out of position to use any legitimate jump point. Putting two and two together, I could guess what they wanted to do. Here's a million C-bill question, Meyer. Why didn't you say anything about this before we jumped? Because it wouldn't have mattered if I had. We couldn't afford to turn down this job. Given the situation, I figured that ignorance was probably bliss. We'll talk about this later, Meyer, but for now, what's done is done. We're here. There's money to be made. Let's focus on the task at hand. The Argo's crash site is here, smack dab in the middle of the pirate stronghold. The ship, the stronghold, and everything around it belong to a self-styled bandit queen called Grim Sybil. Her gang is the closest thing that Axylus has to a ruling council. Grim Sybil, is that supposed to be scary? Sounds like the kind of name you choose out of a hat. What do their defenses look like? They're patchy at best. I don't think that Axylus gets a lot of visitors. They have strong anti-air cover, but little in the way of ground-based defenses. I'm seeing a lot of vehicles, but battle mech activity looks light. Define light battle mech activity. What are we talking about? I can't put an exact number on it. All I have are service scans to go on. From what data I do have, I'd expect the pirates to be able to field a full lance of light battle mechs, all of them in poor repair. There are mixed reports of something bigger, that'll be Grim Sybil's mech. I don't have any information on tonnage or armament, but given the shape that everything else isn't on Axylus, I'd imagine it's being held together by a chewing gum and balling wire. What else do you have on Grim Sybil before today? I've never heard of her. Yeah, I hadn't either. Centrala's intel says that Grim Sybil's mostly stays put on Axylus, but she's got at least a dozen pirate gangs operating under her banner, so she must have something going for her. Sybil's bio is pretty sparse. There isn't a lot of meat there. Just to note that she came up under Lady Paula Trevelyan, the pirate queen of Tortuga Dominions. That is a bandit kingdom made up of an entire system of planets in the periphery. The Tortuga Dominion's ruthless raids are a thorn in the side of both the Federated Suns and the Taurian Concordant. I guess that's impressive, having a personal connection to Lady Death and all. Paula Trevelyan was born in the pirate kingdom of Tortuga Dominions and rose to the ranks to become the supreme leader of its legions in 3015. Her reputation for bravado and cruelty inspires devotion in her followers as much as it does fear in her enemies. Lady Death, really, I swear, man, these pirate names are killing me. Yep. So what do you expect, Yang? They're pirates, not poets. Their only real job requirement is a willingness to kill for money. Yeah, I guess that's true. Fair enough. Is there anything else of interest that's on file, Darius? Don't leave us in suspense. Well, it looks like Trevelyan and Sybil had a falling out. That's not terribly surprising given the Pirate Queen's track record. Sybil managed to somehow survive. Good on her. She's been living on Axylus ever since. The rest of the report is just a rap sheet. Apparently, our bandit queen has racked up an astonishing number of kills over the years, mostly against merchants and freighter crews, but kills all the same. She likes to get her hands dirty, and she knows her way around a battle mech. That's all I've got. So the pirates have vehicles and turrets, maybe a few battle mechs. Got it. Keep it going. The entire structure is surrounded by radar-guided anti-aircraft guns. Your first task will be to take down the radar tower so Sumera can approach the derelict. After you secure the crash site, she'll dock with the Argo and drop off the engineering team. And then they'll miraculously get a 200-year-old wreck flying again. Lady Centrala has bet a massive amount stacks of C-bills that they will. For what it's worth, I believe that her chief engineer can pull this off. I've never heard of Dr. Faramara before Lady Centrala mentioned her, but I did do some digging after our meeting. She was telling the truth. The doc has quite a reputation. Supposed to be some kind of frontier engineering wunderkind and a genius at bringing dead ships back to life. We'll go with our Free Worlds League. We'll see. I wouldn't expect to find really top-notch engineers as far outside of League space. Hopefully Dr. Murad will defy that particular stereotype. We'll find out one way or another soon enough. Good hunting, Jack. I'll keep an eye out from up here. Alright. Let's take a look. This looks like a pretty good lineup. Again, I like the Spider over the Locust. Locust has a little more armor, but no jump jets, I don't think, so Yeah, we're gonna want the jump jets. We're gonna keep Medusa bench for now. I think he's getting impatient, so we will hopefully leverage him soon. Luckily, we have sensor lock on Decker. Put that to good use. Rain LRM damage on incoming vehicles and mechs. Lighten them up, especially if they're in poor repair. 3 objectives: destroy the radar tower to bring down Grim Sibyl's anti-aircraft guns. Second, proceed to the Argos crash site. Third, defend against Grim Sibyl's pirates while Dr. Murad's team restores power to the derelict. A self-appointed Bandit Queen has taken possession of the Argo, a derelict dropship and relic of the Star League era. We believe that it belongs to in more suitable hands, namely ours. You will drop on Axylus, shut down the pirates' anti-aircraft capabilities, and hold out while our engineers bring the Argo back to life. This seems straightforward enough, but be careful, Jack. We don't know for sure what you're going to find on that moon. We've had enough surprises already. Here we go.
Command interface initiated.
Welcome to Axylus, Commander. Every bit as charming as you'd expect a pirate-occupied moon to be. You'll find Grim Sibyl's radar station just ahead. Defenses appear to be limited to turrets, ground vehicles, for the time being at least. We know Grim Sibyl has at least 1 lance of battle mechs. Be ready for anything. Be careful of the pirates' turrets as you make your way to the base. They pack a nasty punch and they can also sensor lock your mechs. Aim for the turret generators. That'll be the fastest way to neutralize the threat. After the pirates' radar stations are down, you'll clear to proceed to the Argo. Good hunting, Commander. Knock out the radar cover, crush any pirate resistance, secure us that derelict. Alright, so we're going to do some pre-map kind of look around. So let's try to zoom out as much as possible. Alright, so we have some cover. We'll come around here, try to hit that turret generator. Just appears to be 1 turret generator. We have a station here, a station there. There are some turrets. Here we go. There's 1 turret right here. I think we can use this rock cover. And I know there's some other turrets. Let's see if we can identify them. There's a turret up here. I think that one gets destroyed if we take out the generator. There's another one down here. Good to know. And if we come around the back side, don't see any turrets unless I'm missing something. Alright. Alrighty. Look at that, guys. That is the Argo right there. It's a pretty big ship. Looks like they've attached a entire, I don't know what that is, little colony on there. But we will free you, Argo. Have no fear. Let's jump into battle, guys. And we have kind of a cloud of radiation and other stuff there. Alright, so angling here. Angling is very important. We have some options. This turret, depending on what it is, may or may not be able to shoot through there. We're going to swing out to the left. I don't see any other... Oh, there's a turret here too. So that's good to know. There's a turret over there. I think... We'll see. I don't know if we can tell. I think that turret will be blocked by the structure. They will sensor lock us. But I think that's the best route to go. The only other thing is we know that they're going to have some vehicles. We don't know where those vehicles are going to come from. So let's see. I think what we're going to do actually is we're going to take a slightly more direct approach. See if we can kind of pop up here, destroy that turret. No, we're going to come around back. We're going to come around back down here, like I said. That turret will be able to hit us though. So, you know what? We're going with the Original plan.
Moving out.
Alright, so that turret is in range. Oh.
Affirmative.
That got paused. We revealed the enemy.
Standing
Alright, Decker. Let's
by. I
move you
copy.
here.
Reporting enemy contact.
Alright, so I can't... Can I sensor lock the turret generator? I cannot sensor lock the turret generator.
No one else saying this. Wake up, you idiots. We've got company.
Alright, so this is a direct fire laser.
Giant battle mechs. We can't fight against.
Ooh,
Any more objections? Good. Get out there and fight.
slowly jump in position. We'll rain down.
Firing on target.
Part of the reason we're jumping is to generate evasion.
Commander.
So that's kind of the real impetus around here, because I think we're going to get an extra pip or two by jumping. We're only using missiles. Now, one of the things that we have to note is biomes, which I have not talked about yet. Here we are in a lunar biome. This is a vacuum, and we only sink 65% of our normal heat. That is very important to know, because that means we're going to run hot. So we have to take that into account. Or if we're in an Arctic or a colder biome, it might not be as impactful. Alright, so it is their turn.
Good to go.
Alright, Decker, you're gonna run down. Okay, so we get 2-4 pips if we jump. Get 5 pips. I'm okay with jumping. Gonna be a hot move.
See how you like this.
Alright, so
Waiting
glitch.
for orders. No sweat.
Getting a hot jump, but there we go.
You get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
Took that turret out, which is nice. And heavily damaged that guy. So this turret generator. Kind of jump. 25, I think that's okay. We can use a couple on that. So look at this. We have more turrets than I originally expected.
Standing by.
So let's jump up here.
Jumping.
Now the AC5 we are going to want to hold off on.
Target acquired.
So in retrospect, guys, I shouldn't be wasting ammo on it. We can use lasers later, which we ideally should be doing.
Receiving you.
We're going to
Location confirmed.
come over here,
Locked on.
fire some medium lasers, slowly take it down.
Waiting on you, Commander. On my way.
Yeah. Can't target that.
Here
Gonna
we go.
take this out, one down.
Payday.
What you're gonna see us actually start to do here is, oh, we can target it from here. Fantastic. Oh, did I just might have put us in range of the enemy. So we're gonna full alpha. Nice.
Target building destroyed.
Ready for orders.
Alright, we're gonna kind of jump over here. Now, where are these
I copy.
vehicles going?
Let's get this done, folks.
Gonna reserve down.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna hide
Orders.
in this ravine
Copy that.
and cool off because we're probably gonna jump jet and kind of focus down targets. So we're just letting our mechs cool off,
What can I do for you?
using the environment to our advantage. And I'm not so concerned about taking damage right.
Position confirmed.
Excuse me. I'm not so concerned about you know, taking these guys on because I know we can beat them. I just want to minimize the damage over time because we're going to have a much harder fight coming up here. So we're basically trying to take our time as we proceed to best position ourselves to do the most damage and like output the most damage and take the least damage.
Ready for orders.
If I could speak, that would be helpful. Alright, so this guy, we're coming in from behind. Generated only 2 evasion, but his rear, if both hit,
Full salvo.
nice. We'll take him out.
One more for the trash heap.
Waiting for orders.
One more for the trash heap. That is awesome. Alright, we're gonna.
Here we go.
Alright, so this vehicle we are gonna take on. It is a bulldog. We are gonna use resolve because we have a lot of resolve, and we're gonna target the side because the side you can see has a lot less armor than the front. So,
Acknowledged. I hear ya. Affirmative.
so again, we're gonna use some resolve. We'll build it
Here
back
we
up.
go.
There we go.
You like that?
Yes, I do. Well played, Glitch. Well played. Shadow Coast. You are still running pretty hot. So let's move you here and check you down.
Go, let's go, let's go.
Commander. On the move.
So we reveal this to be a galleon.
Giving him
Fire
everything
both
we've got.
lasers, doing some damage to the side. Shadow Coast. Save your ACs. Thank you. Take out this tower, then we'll proceed to the real fight. We're just taking our time, being methodical, taking as little risk as possible.
To position.
Gonna only use energy.
Locking on.
Gonna make sure we put back on our ballistic weapons after the fact.
No luck. Good to go.
So we're really just making sure we're conserving ammunition as necessary.
Orders.
Oh.
Moving to position.
Okay, good.
Locked on target.
You have to have kind of complete kind of heat sink coming up. So basically, we'll take 2 turns to get there to bleed off heat.
Engaging target.
Let it. That's done it, Commander. The AA guns are down for now. Get to the crash site and secure the area. Seamir's coming in hot. Alright, so before we forget,
Yes, Commander.
I am going to turn all weapons back on. And we can just kind of sprint over here.
Heading out. Don't need to tell me twice.
Coordinates received.
Alright.
Position confirmed.
Oh.
Coordinates received.
Getting in, well, we're not gonna cross the rough terrain. You can see here we're only sinking 65%, so some of us are still kind of hot.
Coordinates received.
Gonna wait to really get into the
I read
box
it,
there,
Commander.
because that will trigger
Roger that.
Sumire coming in, and will most likely solicit a response. So let's take a look, right, as we enter this area.
Roger.
Alright, the crash site is secure, Sumire. We've got a clear approach. 2 steps ahead of you, XO. Watch yourself, Commander. I'm coming in hot. So they're coming in behind. That's smart. Perfect fit. Well done, Sumire. Well done. The package is delivered, XO. I'm taking the Leopard to a safe distance before the pirates can get their guns running again. Roger that, Meyer. Dr. Murad, your team is clear to enter the derelict. I hear you, Mr. Olivier. We're making our way inside now.
All right, people, you know what to do. Marines, clear the ship of pirates.
With pleasure, Dr. Murad.
Looks like we have some tangos coming to confront us. Alright, we have a mech over here. Another mech. Another mech. So let's let them come to us. We have a lot of evasion. So what do we have here? Commando. Ooh, Jenner. Jenner we like. We could use a Jenner and a Locust. Alright. Let's let these guys go. Galleon. Ow. Did get hit by the galleon.
Not much armor left in that location. Commander?
Alright, we're taking out the galleon. Taking weapons off the board.
One more for the trash heap.
We have 4 evasion.
Waiting for orders.
Glitch. Oh. Gonna jump up here. That will expose you. But my hope is, what's the CT? 50? We can one-shot this guy, which we did. Well played. We don't care about a commando.
Stay down.
Jenner's nice. That did cost a lot of heat.
What's up, Doc?
Again, we're trying to take weapons off the board. Gonna go full on. See if we luck out. We took out the SRM-2,
Critical hit, Commander.
as well as a bunch of other stuff. Shadow Coast is just really far away. Should have ran him up a little more. Alright, so both have to hit,
Target.
which they do. Nicely done.
Enemy mech.
Disabled.
The pirates have Alpha Squad pinned down in the Argo's main hallway. Bravo Squad is holding the door to engineering, but you better hurry up.
Sergeant? Talk to me.
Oof. Does not sound like it's going well in there. Let's see if we can mop these guys up.
Roger that.
Alright, so we hit the leg and the side. Oh, another vehicle. Did not see that one. That is not no bueno. Ah, evasion. Lucky.
What can I do for you? Commander.
Jump up here. We will target the leg. Take off our LRM-5s.
On target. Waiting on you, Commander.
Oof. Alright, this is a little risky. We're leaving glitch exposed. We wanted to take that guy out because he had us flanked. And we're gonna move Shadow Coast up. And we're just gonna let Shadow Coast have at it.
All weapons committed.
Alright, we took off
Enemy
the
mech.
SRM-4 and 2.
Detected.
What's happening in there? Come in, Doctor.
A little busy. The pirates are dead. But so are half
Ah,
of my
missed. I was really hoping to sweep that leg.
bodies everywhere.
Can you get the ship flying again? I need an update.
Look, do you want me to talk or do you want me to fix the damn ship? You do your job, I'll do mine.
Alright.
Engaging target.
Alright, got one leg. Just practicing. Resolve is boating back up.
Orders. Firing jump jet.
Just gonna use a medium laser.
Copy that.
Alright, we incapacitated the pilot. That should give us 3
One
salvage.
target.
Nicely done, team. I think I want us to post up over here.
Time to fly!
Oh. There we go. Think you're gonna steal my ship, you miserable little scrub. Nobody steals from Grim Sybil. I'm gonna carve you like a roasted pig. That's a big mech. Yeah, but it's in terrible condition. Concentrate your fire and you should be able to take it. Alright, so we're gonna do a little
Receiving you.
dance here. Oof. We're going to try to stay out of weapons fire from the heavy mech. So I think that's a quick draw with a ton of lasers. Like, and I do mean a ton. So
I hear ya.
not ideal. I'm not sure this is gonna go the way I want it to go. Yeah, we don't need another. Oh boy, did not position that real well. These C2s just kind of coming around. The precision strike 90, both hit, that'll be great.
Target.
68, so gonna jump you here, and we're gonna try to CT him because we don't really need another.
Everything I've got.
Oh great, ammo explosion. I will take it. We used a lot of heat on that one. Grim, Sybil. Now we're gonna try to practice our salvage techniques. Look at that. That was a lot of damage. Medium lasers. So where are her weapons?
Warriors, show 'em what you've got.
Target the torso.
Orders? On it.
Can we hit the back? Take out the. All right.
Firing. Full complement on enemy.
Commander.
I'd really rather not CT her.
Acknowledged.
Take our time.
Fire.
Firing at the sides.
Good to go.
Ooh, hold on. Alright, we're gonna go all in. Try to take out that leg. Should not work.
Want some more? Huh?
Using all of our resolve.
All weapons committed.
Ooh, that'd be nice if I. Oh! Ow!
Ready for orders.
Gonna go around back again.
On it.
Waiting on you, Commander. You betcha.
Really don't want to CT her, but let's see what happens.
Got it.
Oof.
Yes, Commander. I copy. Locking on.
Oh. All right.
Engaging target.
Injured both legs. This is terrifying. Oh. Ow.
Internal structure damage.
Yes, Commander.
All right.
Roger that. Confirmed.
The tricky one, guys.
Ready for orders.
Why can't I attack you from...
Fired on target.
There we go.
Reporting critical hit.
Left leg destroyed. So that's one injury.
What can I do for you? Uh-huh.
Gonna do this. Let's right, destroyed. 2 pilot
When I give you,
injuries.
you'll take it and like it.
It's tricky. Real tricky. CT destroyed. All that work for nothing. Gary Lance, the Argo commander. I'm just about done. Guess we're gonna climb in there. So we took some minor
Heating recommended level.
heat damage.
On my way.
Well, could have been worse. Could have lost a pilot. Not ideal. I was hoping to get 3 salvage with a quick draw. That'd be a nice heavy mech. So
Tell me twice.
it's done. I can't believe it. It really worked. The engines are online and I have thrust control. Go now, celebrate later. Roger that. Hang on, Commander. For the first time in 2 centuries, the Species is going to fly.
Mission successful.
We did it. Did not do well on salvaging. Should have went for the leg. Got greedy. Was trying to get the incapacitate. 1.1 million sea bills. I will take it. We do have some damage to our mechs. Hopefully not too much. Alright. You can see here we could do 3 for the Jenner. Gonna take the quick draw piece. And 2 of the Jenner pieces. Yeah, we got a nice assortment of weapons and stuff. Alright. We're going to see this through. The episode will end once we tee up the next mission. Just trying to make it so we are action oriented at the beginning of episodes. Very rarely do people watch the full length. What? Lady Arano is alive. I say that sarcastically since I played this so many times. I do apologize if this is your kind of first watch through. These priority missions will have spoilers in it. I should have prefaced that. I do apologize. But when you see a priority mission, that will be giving away main storyline campaign information. Anna Maria Centrella, you've done an excellent work, Commander Hudson, and you've earned yourself an opportunity to do more. Meet your real client. I don't believe that she needs an introduction. Kamea, I'm happy to see you, Shadow Coast, or should I say Commander? You've done well for yourself. The old man would be pleased. It must come as a shock to you seeing us here at Alloway, seeing us at all. I apologize for that. but I had to make sure that you were the mech warrior I remembered before I reached out to you. And now the Argo on its way to Lyriton for repairs. I know you are everything I remembered and more. So Lyriton is a system in the Regan frontier. None of that matters, Lady Arano. I am just happy to see you alive. Yeah, but how? Forgive me, Lady Arano, but you're supposed to be dead. Lord Madeira, too. The news feeds ran footage of your dropship getting blown out of the sky on loop for months. That wasn't a dropship. The broadcast of her death or directorate propaganda. Well-crafted lies to keep the masses in line. And with that, Kamea, I'll leave you to your reunion. Best of luck with the negotiations, and let me be apprised of whatever decision you come to. Lady Centrella faces winks off the view screen. Dull blue glow of the holo projection slowly dies away. Lady Centrella is right about the propaganda Shadow Coast. My uncle's directorate is run on lies, though in this case they very nearly became true. The directorate's assassins pursued us into the frontier. In the months following the coup, we had more than our share of close calls. Eventually they gave up looking for us, and we've been living in exile ever since. I know what that's like. I've been there myself. Where have the two of you been hiding? As far from the Directorate space as we could go without leaving the frontier. A miserable little ball of rock called Zathras. It was a nasty, brutish planet full of internecine strife and bloody turmoil. There were power struggles and mad nobles, plagues, zealots, and holy wars. So you're saying it was a typical frontier world? More or less. Living on Cormadir, I heard stories about the problems that many frontier systems faced, but I was detached. I never saw how rough life outside the Arigan Coalition could get. My uncle's coup changed everything Shadow Coast, including me. You had Centrella send us after the Argo. I'd like to know why. In part as a test of your abilities, to make sure that your performance on Cormadir wasn't a fluke. Our experience in the coup has taught us to be careful. Commander Hudson, we couldn't just reach out to you on faith. But the Argo herself isn't important as well. She isn't just a ship, Shadow Coast. She's a symbol of reclamation and rebirth, and the return of better days. You'll see for yourself soon enough. She was a majestic vessel once, a true product of the Star League under Dr. Murad's care. She will be again. Okay, you made it off Cormadir and you found me. Let's talk about why. I imagine you already guessed. I intend to seek justice for my uncle's crimes. I intend to take my throne back. But I can't do it without you. We've had resources and army drawn from all across the frontier. Perhaps, most importantly, we have the patronage of Lady Centrella, and the tacit support of her government. That means money, a great deal of money. The Magistry is bankrolling you, huh? Unofficially, yes, using Lady Centrella as an intermediary. The Magistry sees Kamea's claim to her throne as an asset worth paying for. They want to see the Directorate dealt with, but it isn't in their interest to do it themselves. They prefer to keep their own hands clean. The Rimworld periphery is a powder keg, Shadow Coast. Tensions between the Tarian Concordant and the Federated Suns are high, and my uncle's military posturing could be viewed as provocation from either side. If open conflict between the superpowers were to erupt, it'd be difficult for anyone to remain neutral. The Magistracy wants to avoid getting dragged into a major war. And your house and Trella's best hope of a clean solution. They fill your war chest, you remove the Directorate from the board, and the Magistracy lets tensions between the Federated Suns and Tarian simmer down on their own. Am I reading the situation correctly, Lady Arano? Correctly enough, Mr. Olivier, but understand this isn't just about diffusing a dangerous situation. For me, taking on the Directorate is personal. My uncle betrayed me. The founding council had been reduced to a handful of powerless figureheads. Our very identity has been cut away and discarded. House Espinosa is long overdue for a reckoning, and with your help I will bring them one. Join me, Shadow Coast, and we will not fail. Let me see. You've already sold me on this Kamea. I pledge myself and my company. I was hoping you say that of course you cannot wage a war on behalf while your travel restrictions remain in place, and so I shall break them. Now that you have pledged yourself to me, I will buy your company's debts, all of them. You're free to travel and seek clients as you please, so long as you come to me when I call for you. And on the day that I reclaim my throne, your obligation to me will be forgiven, your debt wiped clean. Of course, you will also be paid for every battle you fight at our behest, at a rate that will feel quite generous given the clientele you're accustomed to. Thanks to House Centrella, we have money to burn. I'll justify your faith in me, Lady Arano. Together we'll make massive Montgomery proud. I'm pleased you feel that way. In truth, I feel that Sir Raju is smiling down on us even now. I'll take my leave of you now. I have an army to rally and preparations to make, but it won't be long before I contact you again. And when I do, I need you to be ready. Prepare yourself and your company, Shadow Coast. Our war is about to begin. Lady Arano has just bought all our deck, Commander. That means no more banks restricting our jump space access. We can jump ships access. We can travel to more systems now, but we should still steer clear of major states. We don't want it to look like we're going to cut and run. Good news, Commander. Once Doc Murad and her crew got that wrecked ship safely away, they found most of a Centurion in its cargo hold. It's not equipped for combat yet, but with a little love and attention, I think I could return it to service. Swing by the mech bay and check it out to refit. So the Centurion CN-9A is sturdy and reliable mech. The Centurion is good at both taking and giving a beating. The CN-9A models are able to engage at any range, but their damage curve increases as they approach the 8 targets. So we are going to have some fun in the mech bay. I hope. Alright, just a little slow. Alright, so first, let's check out the barracks. Shadow Coast has enough for guts. Again, we're going to get these all to 4 before we get our second talents in place.
Receiving you.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, that's taken care of. Mech bay.
Nice to see you down here in the hole.
So let's repair this. 4 days. Oof. Repair this 3 days. So that taking the heat for 10 grand was not worth it. And then the Centurion take a little longer. Alright, so it comes with a medium laser in the center. So it's a brawler and general assault mech. We already read it. So this is their base configuration. 2 medium lasers, an AC-10 and an LRM-10. That sounds pretty good to me. So we might try to replicate that. So first, the LRM has to be over here. We're gonna want. So is there missiles, LRM ammo? Throw one in there. I might forgo the AC-10 because the AC-10 we don't even have an AC-10, so we'll forgo the AC-10. AC-5 ammo. That's 15 rounds. Each contains 2 rounds that may feed multiple weapons. Okay, so we're changing it up a little bit. So we're doing an AC-10 or AC-5 versus AC-10 because we don't even have an AC-10. We only have ammo. LRM 120 rounds. You know what? We're gonna do. I don't have an LRM-5, so we'll keep that in place. Lasers, large laser, small laser. Okay, alright, so there are only 2 fixed points, so we can see up here 2 lasers. Huh. Do I want to make this a close range mech? The AC-5 is very long range. Throw in some more LRMs. Equipment, I'm gonna want some heat sinks. You can see up here our energy efficiency is extremely efficient. So let's stick some in the legs. Stick on tonnage. 1 ton remaining. Heat sinks are 1 ton. Mm, okay, I think that's good. Maybe that's too energy efficient. Let's check this door. Gonna, it's a comm system. Almex come equipped with a stock cockpit configuration. Comm system upgrades allow for better land cohesion during increased resolve generated. Heat bank. Plus 10 max heat. Plus 10 overheat threshold. What is, this is, so a lot of this stuff is new. So a mortar. Mortars are single-use artillery piece that can be mounted on the side torso of any mech, functioning like a massive grenade when fired. Mortars can deal substantial damage to all units in the target area. Only a single artillery piece may be mounted on any mech. Oof. Well, we're going to want to experiment with that. For the time being, we're going to buy
New equipment available.
2 of these. And from a selling perspective, um, really no need to sell stuff. Alright, so gonna click the max armor. I think we look good. 25 days before
Right.
this guy
I'll get it in the schedule.
becomes ready. Let's take a look. 2 skull mission. Show the flag. Alright, so we're gonna take that on. Let's let time pass. Organized chaos. In the morning briefing, Yang jumps right in. Commander, the leopard is too small. My mech tech keeps tripping. My mech tech's chief. We talked about this. We can't exactly knock down any walls. Sumire and such stuff. What if we move some supplies into other parts of the leopard, the bunks, kitchen? Hell, I'll even store some boxes in the cockpit if it helps. Yeah, if I had some breathing room for a week, I could reorganize and make room for everything. Uh, So we're gonna fill every corner. So morale is down 1. Oh, we were on the verge, but plus 3 tech points. Maybe gets particularly upset when she trips over an unexpected box of tools. We'll take that. So that just decreased these substantially. So we're waiting for the Shadow Hawk. Alright, so we are going to take on a 2 skull contract here in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this, shoot me a thumbs up. I will catch you in the next episode. Shadow Coast out.